Hey everyone! Welcome back. I am back today with more Dr. Stone, you guys. Last time was so good. I knew it. I knew he couldn't be dead. And I knew that, but like not knowing it, and just the way they set everything up, like they did a really good job of really making you wonder, like, is he dead? But the actual explanation was so great, and I love the flashbacks that we got of Senku. I will briefly get into my lingering thoughts on the previous episode. Before I do all that, I do just want to say if you're joining me early today, you know just what that means. It means you are one of my awesome patrons. Thank you so very much. And as always, I'm sending up those big old hugs right through that screen. And if not, still thank you for joining me today. I'm glad you're here. I do hope you'll consider supporting me that way. The link to my Patreon is going to be in that description down below. And if you're joining me on those YouTubes, I really hope you'll hit like and subscribe for me. It helps me on my channel so much. So thank you in advance for that. Yeah, guys. So OP the way that was handled. I mean, I guess that he was doing something with his neck, but I never guessed that, like, he set the entire thing up. Like, he walked Tsukasa right into doing that to his neck. I just thought that maybe he had deduced that that would be a likely thing for him to do. You know, based on his assessment of his attitudes towards life, towards human life, you know, but I never would have guessed in a million years that he actually was the one who led him to that. I also want to give a big shout out to Yuzu and Taiju in this one, because they were both just like working so beautifully, and you could tell like this team dynamic, like it is a dynamic. It's not just like three friends, like they are so in sync with each other. And I love how, like, even in that moment, had something really happened to Senku, it's like, even the legacy he left behind during this short time was enough for them to at least try and get away, you know? So basically, they made a giant, like, smoke bomb. That is so cool. That is really, really cool. Big thumbs up for them as well, because I didn't get to talk about them a lot the last time, because I was just so wrapped up in the whole Senku story. I'm parched from going on and on last time. I'm parched. So, I did love the Senku flashbacks. We never really got to see how he manifested into the world. And just the idea that, like, I mean, it almost looked like he was willing himself to wake up. And we know that's not exactly true, but I think it's a good testament to, like, his willpower and his determination. Just him counting that long is all of that. And the whole thing with the monkeys was just, I kind of need to see every scenario on the show through the eyes of the monkeys now. Does anyone else want to see the monkey reaction channel? Is it just me? Because I will watch the monkey reactions. I'm not going to lie. I thought they were very entertaining. But just him, like, doing this proclamation to the monkeys, like, it's so cool on the one hand that, like, God, you just, like, you did all this. On the other hand, it's like, he's talking to a bunch of monkeys. I just love Senku. I really am so impressed by the kind of protagonist he is, because he's a combination of a bunch of other character dynamics that I've seen before, but he's so his own thing as well. And he's so different than what I pictured him as. I thought he was going to be the plucky little boy protagonist. You know the one. It's like every shonen anime protagonist. And I love the trope, don't get me wrong. Like, I love it, but yeah, he's just like at another level in so many ways. So I was hugely impressed by the last episode. I'm really excited. The next one's called Two Nations of the Stone World. So I'm wondering, like, okay, what are the two nations? Because Tsukasa lived. Is Tsukasa just going to, like, be like, okay, you know what? We're kind of at a stalemate. I'm just going to go do my thing. I'll have my side of the world. You have your side of the world. Or are the two nations referring to some of the other people who are out there who have already started their own little nations? I mean, I don't know. Everything is new, you guys, and there are no rules. So we could literally just all have our own nation if we wanted to, I guess. Yeah, the only thing is it's going to be kind of hard to have a nation without people. And to get more people, you need Senku and his liquid. So that'll be interesting. It'll be interesting to see, like, how we form, like, little alliances or whatever based on, like, what we need and what we need from one another. And I mean, that's kind of the story of everything, you know? It's like, okay, well, we trade with this. We needed this. We got this. You take this. We'll take this. That's just kind of like life, you know? That's historical and even like present day. Like, that's how resources work. So yeah. So I'll be very curious to see. That being said, without further ado, what do you say we go ahead and we jump right in to the next episode of Dr. Stone? Let's do this. And we're back with the monkeys. We're back with the monkeys. So are we going to do just like more flashbacks to him? Like, are we not going to see him wake up? He's got to be pretty freaking tired by now, I gotta say. Yeah, we're done. See, and this is where he's learning you do need a lot of... How happy he must have been when Taiji woke up. Well, we know he was, for many reasons. I didn't even realize he had done that. Like, I knew he was aware and that they were nearby each other, but... That's what I'm saying, though. It's definitely something intentional, you guys. Oh, an alien attack? Okay. I mean, look at how cute they are, though. Can you even be mad at them? Look at how adorable they are. LOL. Oh my god! Yeah, I mean, new virus strain. Oh, they're so cute! Rolling on the floor laughing. I like how they're using a little colloquial, like little, sort of like little sayings. And he's got, okay, so we never actually got to see him figure all this out. This is kind of cool. It's cool that they're going back to do this. It's... Ah... It's the bat stuff, right? It's cool that, like, we know the answer now, and now we get to see how he found it out, you know? I appreciate, like, the effort that they show on the show, you know? So, that's interesting, because I always thought that he was just nearby the bat acid, you know? That's kind of how Senku made it sound at first. It's not instant. It's not instant. What? Maybe just because it was a really small piece. I'm just going to let him explain it. Wow. Oh. How did they not just like waste away? Okay. Hey, Einstein. I like the anime Einstein. He's so cute. Right. So then how, I mean, that is one thing I was wondering too. I just thought the stone like froze him in place like carbonite. Yeah. I mean, that's pretty amazing. Blood? Oh, he's writing it in blood. I mean, we know he eventually gets because of the alcohol, but he knew enough to... Yeah. If you know the rule, all you have to do is kind of like figure a way around... Oh, wow. Oh my god. He still hasn't woken up yet, too. We're just seeing like all of us. Oh my god, seeing them back to back. Oh! Oh my god. Is it possible that the power of friendship was what? Please tell me there's life coming back to his eyes. Oh my god, the music here too is going pretty hard, I'm not gonna lie. Yes! Yes! Come back to us! Oh, be quiet because he thinks he's dead. You're fine! Dang it all, it worked. Yeah. I mean, that's the thing is they worked pretty well, did they not? For real, like, that was pretty amazing of them. Oh my god, I can't believe that was just cold opening. That's crazy. Ah! Don't kill him. Yeah. You're too big and beefy a boy to be doing that. That's what friends do. That's friends do for each other. You don't have to say you said. I love it. Oh, and there are stars. Did she make that? I see it. Oh, little science flag. Wow. Dr. Stone. There it is. I mean, that's a good question. Could we be using the stone? I mean, that presents kind of an interesting thing too, because what if the stone was never meant to be a bad thing for people? You know? Yeah. Right? Like, what if they were doing a big experiment to see, like, I'm gonna, like, perfect human life by... Okay, I'm so glad that we're both thinking the same thing. That makes me feel smart. I'm not, but... Didn't we try that, though? I feel like we tried that. Yeah, we tried it. Ew. What? Huh? Sew them back together? We're sewing, aren't we? We're gonna sew them back together. Tell me. Tell me, tell me, tell me. We're sewing or gluing? Too much. Okay, too much pressure. What are we doing? I mean, we couldn't just be putting... Craft is about perseverance. Thank you very much. We crafters are very, very resilient people. I'm sorry, what? That is true. I can see why you're freaking out. Now he thinks he's dead. We have an advantage. Ah, how's that? Yeah. That's actually a pretty good idea. Okay, so that's what he whispered. Is it? Okay, yeah, they're still out there. Yeah, so then we need to get them on our side first. Oh, is that what we're doing? Gotcha. So we're going to split up for a little bit? I hope not for too long. Oh, I don't want them to split up, but I do understand how this is important. Senku's, yeah. No. You okay? Oh, he's out. Yes, okay. That's what I thought. That's what I thought. That's what I thought. He's gonna be like, I love you, Senku! I love you! Oh, yeah. That's not a good idea. Just a look. Just, mwah. Love you. Just a virtual hug. Mwah, blow kisses. Or just, you know, just a stoic wave. It's probably good. Let us plant our flag. Yes. Let's do it. Oh my god. Wow. Okay, so I wouldn't have called that at all if they're going to split up. But that makes sense. He does think that he's dead. Is it one of our people or a new person? Huh? One of the new people, yeah. I think we saw this person. Are there, or did she just happen to be near the beds? Whoa. Oh, we're ready to fight. We're ready to fight. Okay, don't be fooled by the pretty face, the pretty flowers or nothing. To be fair, we're out in the middle of the wilderness here, so we really have no way of telling who is nice and who is not. She's pretty skilled. Oh. Alright, well, we got one in Senku's camp then. Unless he can convince her. That voice sounds real familiar. Wow. Oh. I never even stopped to think that some people may have woken up a really long time ago. Oh, then that would make her a really good, yeah, that would make her a really good candidate for Tsukasa. I don't know, though. She already saw you being nasty. Whoa! Uh-oh, uh-oh, uh-oh. Okay, this person's in the themes. I don't think there's any way that they're really dead. Okay, so now we have a good case for Senku to get in there and be like, hey, so it was my friends that were being held hostage by that person. I'd like to invite you to the Senku Science Kingdom. Sorcerer Gentleman. I was wondering if they were referring to him. Do we have like, how long will it take to cut through this tree? Wow. Wow. You're a really strong person here, I gotta say. Stop. That's not an entire episode. Stop it. No, it's not. It is not an entire episode. Oh. Oh, it's called, okay, that's so sick. That's awesome. That is so cool. He made a pulley. He made a pulley in like 3 hours or something, a few hours. He said, can you hold out till evening? That's incredible. Okay, I think we got one for the Senku Science Camp. I think we got one for the Science Kingdom, you guys. Pretty sure. That's true, too. I mean, it's really cool that he can do all this, but his determination and resolve is, like, unmatched. Kohaku. A lot of you were saying, like, this is my person! I think we've made a friend. I think we've made friend. Cool. You know what? You know what's too bad about Tsukasa is, like, he's right. He probably could have ruled over them had he had, like, an ounce of charm about it. But he didn't. And I mean, honestly, Senku wasn't using charm either. He just wasn't being a giant jerk. Guys, that was awesome. I love that. Okay, so I don't know why I always thought that, like, we never really went into the specifics of how Taiji woke up. And I didn't realize, like, how long Senku had been at it, you know? Like, I just kind of thought it happened more naturally. I don't know if maybe I just wasn't paying enough attention to, like, details that they were giving me. Or maybe, like, he purposely kept a lot of it vague, or the show was keeping a lot of it vague. But, like, I never really got just how, like, pivotal part that Senku was playing in that. I just kind of thought they both happened kind of naturally for both of them. But no, and to have that, like, put back to back of, like, Senku yelling at Taiju and Taiju yelling at Senku is so wonderful, so, like, just magical. And it's like, I love how everything is so grounded in science, except that we are totally on board with the fact that, like, there is absolutely such a thing as, like, love. Like, love is so strong here as well. Like, love of friends and love, like, lovers between Yuzuriya and Taiju in their case. But I love how, I really enjoy how that's, like, it's, the two don't conflict, you know? That's just what makes up Senku. But she made a great point. It's not just the knowledge, it's him. It's the way he handles things. It's accounting every second for 3,700 years. It's trying over and over and over and over. It's not having any physical strength and still doing all the things that he did. And, like, I mean, there really is something about him specifically too. And I love that he credits science for all that, but I think too, like, it's okay for there to be more at play as well. In terms of, like, somebody's just personality and their strengths and their, like, it's not a one size fits all, like, anyone could do this with science, you know what I mean? Like, it is all about science, but there is more to it than that. Like, does that make sense? I don't know. Like, I know Senku would probably be like, no, science is king. And I get it, it is, but at the same time, like, you know, I could know everything about Archimedes and everything, and you could give me all the same info, even if I understood it. Like, I'm probably not going to have the kind of resolve that he does. But so, you know what's crazy about that, though? Two things. First of all, Tsukasa definitely probably could have won that person over. But, yeah, I mean, I know they started off on a bad foot, but still, like, he had a point, like, okay, this is a primitive person and everything. And if anything, their goals align more with his because they're living out in nature, they're undisturbed by other things, blah, blah, blah. And it's a young person. However, he just doesn't know the meaning of, like, reaching out to someone, which I think is really, really sad and honestly says a lot about, I really did find it very sad the way that he was, like, imagining what his life would have been like if he had been in their friends group. It really is very, very sad. But I think it's a good demonstration of how he can't relate to people. And he's trying to do all this on his own, too. He's trying to rule. And if there's one thing we've learned from Senku, it's that he thinks that he's hot stuff, for sure. But he recognized very, very quickly that he could not do this on his own. And, like, with Tsukasa, he has a lot going for him, but he is not a people person. Like, if he had one other person working with him, he probably could build an empire, but I don't know. It's just, it's not going so well with his, you know, bedside manner. But now we definitely have one in the Senku kingdom. So now they're going to be split up, which I'm sad about, but honestly, it makes a lot of sense. We do have a huge advantage with Tsukasa thinking that Senku is dead. So I totally understand. And you know what? They spent 3,700 years apart. They will find their way back to each other. I have no doubt. And honestly, I think in this one, I realized something, and I think that maybe somebody said this in my comments and I forgot. So if you said this in my comments, and I'm just saying it, like, taking credit for it, just know that I probably got it from you, so sorry. But you know what Taiji reminds me of? He kind of reminds me of, like, a big, like an older version of Gon from Hunter x Hunter. Does he not? He has some Gon vibes, right? He's definitely giving some Gon vibes. Like, not completely, but he does remind me, and even, like, looks a little bit, like, his style reminds me a little bit of Gon. The other thing that's wild that we glossed over in this episode, and I was like, whoa, back it up. But this makes so much sense, because we just had the episode, like, what? 4 episodes ago, I think, with the lions, right? Where we were like, these are descendants of lions from the zoo. Which made sense because lions didn't get petrified. However, who's to say that some people didn't depetrify a lot sooner than others? And we have now just been living for generations upon generations upon generations in this stone world. Like, it's entirely possible. It was just never occurred to me in a million years. I just assumed, like, yeah, they're just like the first ones that woke up. But if this happened all over the world, we really have no freaking clue. Like, who woke up when and why. And even Tsukasa was like, are there other ways to wake people up? Or not wake them up, but like revive them. Which I think is a really interesting theory. That maybe there will be another way, or maybe there were just other instances of like nitric acid in other places that maybe it happened a little bit more quickly. I don't know. What was the other thing I wanted to say? Because we covered a lot in this one, yet it still felt way too short to be an episode. I think I really just want to sit here for 5 hours, you guys. I cannot do it, sadly. I cannot do it. I really want to do it. I'm not going to lie to you. You know this from last time. I really want to do it. Was there anything else? Oh, I like that we're kind of relying on Yuzu a little bit, that like she brings a little bit something different to the group dynamic than Taiju necessarily. So like we're kind of relying on her for the more covert aspects of this operation, which I think is probably a good idea. I do wonder what the specifics were and what he whispered to her, and I'm sure we'll find that out over time. I love the flag. Crafts will save us all. I've been saying it for ages. Science is important, so are crafts. We need both in the new world. Let's be honest. Yeah, I think that's all I wanted to say for now. I had a lot of fun with this one. It was really great and they still were kind of trying to toy with us and be like, is he gonna wake up? And I'm like, no, you're just not even gonna do that to me right now. Like, he's fine. But it is kind of, oh, I know what I was gonna say. So I was thinking the same thing. What if we're assuming that, like, or I was assuming anyway, that this was a bad thing, right? That somebody did this to try and control, to try and rule, to try and experiment for some kind of agenda. And I'm not saying that that's not possibly true, like that's very likely. But on the other hand, if the petrification has some almost like healing properties to it, and if Senku just thought of a way to maybe even help the ones who had shattered, which we don't know what it is yet, but like, if there are beneficial, maybe would be a better word, properties of the petrification, is it possible that whoever did this was, albeit probably a pretty misguided one, but some kind of like scientist or somebody who was trying to help, who was trying to find ways to help the world, and it just went really awry, or maybe it didn't go awry. Maybe this is how they meant it to be. Like, I don't know. I'm wondering now. I'm wondering pretty hard. So, all right, you guys, I gotta wrap it up. But God, I love this show. I love this show too much. It's too good. They need to bump down the quality a little bit, so I'm not just like foaming at the mouth for every episode. I'm just kidding. I'm glad the quality's high. All right, you guys, I hope you enjoyed watching along with me. As always, thank you so much for joining me today. Please, for the love of God, who knows what's going to go next. I do like our new character so far, by the way, because I know a lot of you are like, that's my person right there. So I can't wait to get to know everyone better and see what's going to happen next. Please be sure to join me next time, and we will watch it together. Bye for now, guys.